Hidden within the ancient walls of the Pyramid of Unas are spells and secrets that have been buried for centuries. What do these mysterious carvings reveal about the afterlife beliefs of the ancient Egyptians? The Pyramid of Unas, located in Saqqara, an ancient burial ground in Egypt, was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Unas, the last ruler of the 5th dynasty. Approximately 4,400 years ago, during Unas's reign, remarkable advancements in architecture and religious practices marked a significant era in Egyptian history. The pyramid's wall is decorated with fancy carvings depicting scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and the journey to the afterlife. These carvings hold deep cultural significance. Each symbol and figure tells a story, conveying messages of power, protection, and divine connection. The artistry and detail in these carvings reveal the Egyptians' profound reverence for the gods and their beliefs about life and death. Among the carvings, the most significant are the pyramid texts. These texts are the oldest known religious writings in the world. They were written to ensure the safe passage of the pharaoh's soul to the afterlife. They provide a fascinating glimpse into the spiritual beliefs and practices of the ancient Egyptians, revealing their thoughts on immortality, divine intervention, and the afterlife. The pyramid texts are a testament to the Egyptians' quest for eternal life and their enduring legacy. The pyramid texts were etched on the walls and stone coffins of pyramids during the Old Kingdom, designed to protect the pharaoh and ensure his safe passage to the afterlife. These texts are carefully crafted to serve specific purposes. It's like a spiritual roadmap, ensuring that the pharaoh reaches his final destination safely and is well prepared for the challenges along the way. The spells within the Pyramid of Unas were not just protective incantations, but also carried specific messages and meanings for the king in the afterlife. These spells acted as a guidebook, outlining the journey and tasks the pharaoh would face. Here are a few examples.
This Unas is the serpent with fiery eyes who guards the night. None shall pass who would harm him.
This spell protects the pharaoh from serpents, seen as dangerous creatures in the afterlife. It emphasizes the pharaoh's strength and protective abilities, ensuring no harm comes to him.
O you who open the way and lay down the paths of the dead, open the way for Unas, make a path for Unas.
This spell ensures the pharaoh's passage through the gates of the afterlife by calling upon divine beings to allow his passage. It underscores the pharaoh's rightful place in the afterlife.
Unas is the falcon, the great god, the lord of the sky. He flies up and alights beside the gods.
This spell transforms the pharaoh into a falcon, symbolizing his ascension and divine nature. It portrays his ability to soar to the heavens and join the gods. These examples illustrate how the pyramid texts provided detailed guidance and protection for the pharaoh, reflecting the ancient Egyptians' deep spiritual beliefs and their desire to ensure their rulers' successful journey to the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians had a detailed belief of the afterlife, which they saw as a journey filled with trials and tribulations, but also with the promise of eternal life. The pyramid texts provide a window into these beliefs, showing how the Egyptians prepared their pharaohs for this journey. They believed that the pharaoh could overcome any obstacle and achieve immortality with the right spells and guidance. This reflects their deep spiritual beliefs and desire to ensure their rulers were well cared for, even in the afterlife. Ensuring a safe passage to the afterlife was of utmost importance to the ancient Egyptians. They performed elaborate rituals such as and practices, believing these acts would protect and guide the soul in the afterlife. Here are some of the key rituals and practices. Embalming and mummification. The body of the pharaoh was carefully embalmed and mummified to preserve it for the afterlife. This process involved removing internal organs, drying the body with natron salts, and wrapping it in linen bandages. Funerary offerings. Offerings of food, drink, and valuable items were placed in the tomb to provide for the pharaoh's needs in the afterlife. These offerings ensured that the pharaoh would have sustenance and wealth in the next world. Opening of the mouth ceremony. This ritual was performed to restore the deceased's senses and abilities in the afterlife. A priest would touch the mouth of the mummy with a special tool, symbolically allowing the pharaoh to speak, eat, and breathe in the afterlife. Funerary texts and spells. Besides the pyramid texts, other funerary texts and spells were inscribed on papyrus and included in the tomb. These texts provided additional guidance and protection for the pharaoh on his journey. Statues and amulets. The tomb contains statues of the pharaoh and protective amulets, which were believed to offer protection and assistance in the afterlife. These items served as vessels for the pharaoh's spirit and warded off evil forces. These rituals were deeply woven into the fabric of their daily life and culture, demonstrating their devotion and reverence for the spiritual journey beyond death. The Pyramid of Unas boasts unique architectural features that set it apart from other pyramids. These features were carefully designed to protect the pharaoh and his secrets, ensuring his journey to the afterlife would remain undisturbed. It's truly fascinating how ancient architects achieved this level of sophistication. Inside the burial chamber, one can find a stunning starry ceiling. This ceiling is not just decorative, it holds deep symbolic meaning. It ties into ancient Egyptian cosmology, representing the night sky and the heavens through which the pharaoh would travel to join the gods. This beautiful and profound element reflects their belief system. If you enjoyed this journey, watch more videos from Lost Worlds Explored.